Dumsor and Dumsor. Well, according to Honorable Collins Adumakomensa, say I bind to me bomodia. One seed na that's no. Amama de no influence, so influence the Dumsor there. Only excuse bia or can say I'm pampa. Say nee you Dumsor because the money in a dead say I buy enough capacity to give us 24-hour supply of electricity. The MP for Afija Kabrinov and the deputy ranking member of Energy Select Committee of Parliament, Honorable Collins Adumako Mensa. Honorable Yamarchin Anape.
Senior, the patrol, I'm watching.
Now, Umpomie there.
Oh, and I paid him no Cassady and Yanko Pond and quite me.
The mess, and all that's woman.
Said that is the norm in some parts of Accra. Maybe there's some to some time, about 2 a.m. na light in the buy. And I think it's a similar reports all over Ghana, Ashanti region there. I think no crowd there. The problem is even bigger than we expected. Into no, Ubusa said no, there's some. I mean, there's some kakra. And then we had light in the bar at a point in time.
Well, and also Minister Honorable John Napo. And now my money Kasai, I can't share. They are two up Pronoso. I feel so Sanchi Chimu. Yeah, this sounds a muina a buyer. Then some more kind in a dear toss manner.
Well, I am going to tell you, Michelle, it's here for no for. And I dear back when I Jinapo, yeah, no, many was the admission. Said we have challenges, and they're very fundamental. Obekaya, as in 7 years starting, and Ugusa, Union oh, yes, it's a transformer, and Tina, from all kinds of reasons. And now, my brother accepted, said there are challenges. In fact, Okoenim crowd to sympathize with the ordinary Ghanaian, and a very important crisis management communication. It's and say, yeah, the two maybe shown, sir, na. Oshebo abrawo ba say amanfo ehu entre wo mo efa electricity ho na say problem bi aba. I think it's just courteous and respectful say we accept the problem now we sympathize with them, you know, on that score me boda baso. But I was not surprised say or admitted said there's a problem because there is a problem. Minia Dan Highway your report be a year Energy Commission for the mine afibia. I'm a friend of the Energy Outlook. This year, the mile, and we can safely assume, say last year, the buy is still relevant. In fact, last year, say according to the Energy Outlook report from the Energy Commission of Ghana, a state institution, say the installed capacity, 5,260 megawatts. Installed capacity near Ofa Akosombo. Okofa Sony Asobi, all the thermal plants, Okofa solar panels, renewable energy now, Okani na Bumwa. Ghana, your installed capacity no, 5,260. Now, unfortunately, sir, installed capacity no, and at any point in time, here, and as be available for you to use. And apart from the installed capacity, you will be a very dependable capacity. Yemfa ne sa akosombo na ensure a certain and top setting expect no one of the turbines na so shutting it down until the turbine is shutting it down. It doesn't mean it has not been installed. However, it has been installed, but it's not say ensure you want to know it cannot be depended on for generation of electricity. It's a dependable capacity no according to the Energy Commission report no 4,855. Let us at any point in time, you're Ghana, your 4,855 readily available energy generation, you may use. And you'll be friend the peak time. Peak time, no, yeah. So Ghana 4 factory 4 year, Juma will be on the lights. At the time, Ghana electricity power will be a source on Kenya a year, Juma. And only be here 4,125. Let us say, we 4,855 a year dependable no. At any point in time, no, we use 4,125, which are peak time. It means immediately now, a Janet talk akosumbono. What that meant was that 1,000 megawatts has been taken off the grid. We take 1,000 free. You're dependable of 4,855 no. That is about 3,855. Now with that knocked off no, or 3,855 now a year dependable a bit may use no. It is lower than your peak, which means Ghana phone so more kanya at a peak time one. What is available and dependable no? Only a peak time there's a difference. And we are then what will happen is you have to share load. It may be a year dream, meaning no matter how you describe it, there's a generation problem. What means they say there's Dumsor, a practical, and there's a generation problem. And the generation problem has occasioned because we have an unforeseen circumstance. There's a generation problem. At this particular point in time, me here John Jinapoka say, obe making sure say ECG for be updating and baby be doom lights, baby I be so lighting and no correct. Where we are now, let's all accept say our generation capacity cannot meet our peak time, and therefore we have to share some load. We are in Dumsor. It's as simple as that.
I see. Na minimo, I'm some more pencil. A dear pa ne ya. Mutima kaniano ignaso sa be 8 years. Anase mfidi adi adwuma no se fidi de wonim se wo de adwuma enye de bia kakra ko be kan asfo we ente e na kano anase de mpa e na atochma eni yakum ne yakum because one catching apart from chishimu de my about akosoba she say no be 1000 ekoye minister akosi this no de technical problem e buy e de mpa na mo differently ani abano enye.
So I think say you can't take out what happened at Akosombo. And Nana Dankwe he was lucky. We didn't experience a major problem like what happened at Akosombo. That is fundamental. And I think say they're candid enough to accept that. We didn't experience that. Number two, I think say one of the things that we did quite well within the space was our gas supply. Now apart from Akosombo, the other thermal plants, we use either gas or liquid fuel. Now, the Ghana Gas Company, during our time, I think say engineer Mr. Asante, Nancy Okoye, Nana Asante, Galamsey. I think they did a fantastic job in keeping the flow of gas through our gas pipelines very, very active. And on the Ghana Gas and Kwame almost 120 scarf, which was quite consistent. And end gas here WAPCO almost also now gas supply about quite consistently. Again, we made sure that there was liquid fuel available at any point in time. There were some times we are not liquid fuel only being home, but most times I think say Mr. Napo any ministers nearby they did quite a wonderful job in keeping the quantity of liquid fuel available for our thermal plants all the time available. That also helped significantly. And then I realized during our time there was more focus also on renewable energy. In Toko Bui Power CCR and the hydro they were able to bring on stream solar energy and depending too much on gas or liquid fuel. In fact, I call Kalio, and I was part of the team I call Kalio commission VR4 solar panel bi omoye omaye bisu wo yendi, and there are other private individuals who are almost put together some solar panels. It's the system the dependence on too much liquid fuel and should reduce kaka. In times like this, I think Aban refocuses its attention to more renewables. Meaning, in the budget, Aban Aka say they intend to put together another 1,200 megawatt thermal plants, which is okay. So far, in home asking processes to get that installed. That has not been made public. But Enoba with our reserve margin, which is very good. But I think there be an air corner area se fango bo akosronya de adeno. Government policy refocus should be into more renewable. So the we wean ourselves of the dependence on liquid fuel or gas abibiano, very, very erratic.
Now, Honorable, apart from a Akosumbu incident here, you have talked about renewable energy supply and also nimno. And never been in never been pa. And I say, minim yankobody yanka bui dam yanka sebia yebesan kra asi another dam ebia I was sure because maybe say bugina for ebia sa bagri dam ya na eno so ebu afai ho. Are we not thinking outside the box? Say you bet me aye and never be for ebia nso minim say how Galamsey affecting so there, but yet me enye and build up more hydros in the system.
Hydro, me not too sure if at this particular point in time, government is looking at that. It's an option. I think the last meeting we call on that, I say Galamsey, the way I call, in fact, VRE just 2 days ago near Takrade, they complained bitterly about Galamsey to the extent that some of the VRE installations, they had to also install a water treatment plant. It's an a bad system, it is causing damage rather to their system. They have to incur more costs on the water treatment plant at bamboos of their centers. For me, I think the focus should be on renewable. Say about investing more into renewable energy in order to increase our installed capacity. Nijitum say yes, thermal plants are good. In fact, VRE, I can't say they have plans to also bring on board through private participation about 3 new thermal plants. Baku Ogumwa, Baku Bebe Kumase, and Baku Bebe Takrade. Now, say thermal plants, no de ba, so would Jenny, Fango, and our gas, or the power. You have to be asking yourself, how much gas are we getting from the Jubilee partners? And how much gas are you ready to see a free and gas, which is what could Nigeria afford? You have to take into consideration all those issues. Otherwise, with my thermal plant next year, unfortunately, it will be installed, but it will not be dependable because you need fango out of the power those thermal plants, to make it more, as in make it more useful. It's a good question. We say yes, we should be thinking about installing more capacity. Otherwise, a very problem. So say I'm no saying, we show you peak time, any dependable capacity your reserve margin is very, very small. And anytime be a problem, baby, and like what is happening in Akosobo. A huge reserve margin, and the AC Akosobo and once you switch on to another plant to take care of the problem. But this is where we are. So I think the SCA should tell us we have to invest more in renewables, and again we have to ensure we increase our reserve margins.
I see. Anyone way Ubersusu say Yanka Nana say my time to because it's in a uno or Udru Finance light or her now down Yamiase. Otuanas we are TV Nasa qua, there's a upper Biafa only generator and say, man, sir. Minim say, now Minister say, and yet. Good time for us to bring any timetable because idea omuso musisi inti someone the timetable no craba ibia omuko amuntimi need timetable so what do we have to do as citizens? Do we have to just call it a fate? You udru are fine when you be that's okay.
No, at this point I think timetable it's long overdue because at this particular point I think we all accept we have some generation deficits and they're fundamental. Maybe I draw no share all the figures are clearly there's a deficit in the generation, and when it gets to that point, meaning say omo ye akosumbo edumano there, but until that comes totally on stream, then say we have some deficits. Once there's a deficit there, I say you have to respect the consumer, but at least telling the consumer at this particular point in time, the minia light in the curve so that we can all plan. And his point is and then necessarily I disagree with him. I think it's important my shadow.
Minim's way on a very lighter note, diabo and I say they are the yen to train them a year. Say a bambia over piano and doctors medical strike lecturers making or more a book allowance nurse for a teacher for a teacher Dumsor flooding in a cry. I'm saying problems on side run a bambiano eba. Can't we come to the full closure of some of our problems?
I mean, Caminian can pay our friend me on a very important program like this. In KD, if you and put to home cover. That would have been my wish. Unfortunately, this is the reality we find ourselves. And for me, I think say I buy a Washington here and they have a unique opportunity to ensure say we don't come back to have a discussion about the power situation being. I think say they should take steps at this particular point in time to resolve most of the I don't have any power. I can only suggest to them say that the echo be touch my baby. We are all in a ditch. Can you imagine say I say now say atoabo gas any problem say they problem 2 weeks ago. Now say gas across on Madia. Then they say there's a total chaos. And I understand the point you are making. And you see and come say all the time about it's a bread and butter issues when you are talking about problems. It shouldn't be the case all the time. And I agree with you, Minia. It's a unique opportunity for this government. Transformers are almost the same. It's a good idea. So if they are continuing that process because of the increased consumption, I don't think it is out of place. It's a unique opportunity for them to ensure that we don't get back to a situation where nobody sang come with you. Then mumna frame bia enkoye fija kwabe empuntu nkomo mfani ebedi.
Now what to say?
Oh nyame adom anope mente boni bi emfiri ho onim se party no yeah starting a reorganization from the base. And no, I think say nene ombe we vetting of all the polling station prospective aspirants no me the buy and then ombe we vetting reports I think said now be made available now on the 10th to the 15th yakoto almost waba I'm sure say by the 16th maybe na constituency be in the polling station executives now for a movie called the next stage, which is the coordinator selection, and then to the constituency, through an equal region, and then to the national. And so, I'm paid them in table, maybe and free if you don't have enough. I suspect and I believe say a hobo call.
That's never seen now.
I
won't tell what you papa.
And appeal. I know, I'm sure they are listening to me this morning.
And I will know as I equate. Meaning speculation be a non parliament or this is there. Okoye, why a payansa, Sansa Zoe, deputy ranking member, Casa Oka Honda so far in as she say, Payindina and a woman. Yes, I will consider a change in the leadership, and I say, and they are just speculations.
Well, it has not come to my attention. When I say this speculations needed to be but maybe what has to see idea to the best of my knowledge, Obia enemy in discuss leadership changes we are so far. Of course, human institution there. Senator is a leader.
Yeah.
At a point in time, he was changed. Changes there. The only constant in life is change. Anything can happen, but me know Kasa CCID. I don't have any indication. Say, anase caucus ya can't yet discuss say you perceive any changes in our leadership. That I'm not aware of.
Honorable Iwadas Yameka. Honorable Collins Addo is the Member of Parliament for Fijako North and the Deputy ranking for the Parliamentary Select Committee on Energy. Nra Honorable John Jinapo the Minister of Energy oni di nkomo cheche mu ne ntia ne kana no ya na prepare kakra no cheche mu eche ne aban dia tro akwamu a sebe ya sade we NCB. Well, I've been joined by Alhaji Abdul Salam. Alhaji me wache it is saying
And then I said, wait them for me.
Oh no, it's okay. Normal.
Maybe do it for example. I'm reporting that I'm Sabah Jamie phone.
Phone. Necessarily you could have asked somebody to bring it here. Anyway, one of those things. Na minimo and Gamma the courts. A charge, you know. On wajatum says, I charges now. A bonrina, a de wajatum.
So the charges I'm born and run. We because say light charges. One almost possession of arms in violence, and another one so almost attack a public officer. So these are the charges I'm under to so. And then these are charges in a mood in your dubia because possession of arms in America ain't illegal. Provided a register. So maybe bringing it out in a crowd during violence in the BSM. And I'm sure the intention. But a woman, any murder attempt to be an assassination attempt charges be until that one is charged on him. When you say charge that is a turn on a young be and also be our acting now. What do I say? Be a target near president because it's outside the hall. And NDC it's not in the hall now event. It was outside the hall, except that now within the same building.
Now okay, outside the hall. As I don't know, the more day.
And they say we are target different. You could say so target different person, not the president. Because the assassination against the president, the mood. Since any other individual, and to it, I can say, no, be one issues, but not necessarily say target.
This argument, say them part of security service for ever far vice president, Kane. And son of my president, I know I'm so first news, and all chish must say, or no catch of some chain, no pursue who the echoes. And Guvaza, Obaze, when there was no order, or so, they should, and one. Tia almost didn't corner say, please go down, please go down, please go down. And no, the man go down. Now, here, Trump, or we are, now, the and so we are paco maybe that's a quan person we are in or my yes no so a part of security arrangements and no be the president church or nema so yina and no crown or tiase sa na one timia nchirimo mananye so convinced why ya JD Vance vice president be fan okoye but no asem na wa kan no obi a won security obi a won ni all kind of nti se be as a president crew for now omanye shapa ye crew for ye vice for there yeah what do you do nti we na
yeah above the way your security will act initially be an officer they want to contain the situation you know officer will be able to contain the situation bra guy na board you know come on china be an event in the course because outside the hall but the first I want join no and be officer no and they say that we don't know where he's heading towards. To be unfair. It could be say at that time, no, Jerry Van's team information in them.
Okay.
I can say the move because Jerry by the rules, you know, we can say president a supreme to me, giant yes, I'm no president. We are social vice and Tiasamba, vice also protected. And even in attempt to move from your old circle no, into other circle, no, can leave something else. Because imagine say Jerry Van's a team by Monja Jerry Van's Moka, Peja president, I want to cry.
But security agent on the way see more JD Vance.
It's not that I'm no what's your son is with the China Sakolao. Yes, a full life. The protocol about security show protocol in our control over you. And you never got some impediment pen debi. And because of her. Now so person interrogate why you should move on. Now I'm so person who says I'm saying no sorry. But let so many people say the CIA for move ever more.
Yeah.
In the middle, some of time for saying baby air coso.
Yeah.
I won't be doing fin. Some catch will say, Obia, stay down, Obia, stay down. But there's one Papa Bia or make a record. Whilst everybody was staying down.
No, didn't. No. Sorry, no, for me. Yeah. Yes, we're going to follow the oh, no, did you know? I did ask him. Oh. And
we are aware said that thing was happening, and if you are aware, I don't think that also because it has some security connotations. Maybe now we are aware of the event. that attack.
Okay.
Until you feel say, then you say never come.
Maybe so then I wouldn't stop it.
When it comes to death, life and death.
I thought say, Obia, now, my hatcher, I'm young here, and I'm trying to answer.
One of the who's Obia to do.
Now, maybe I know, say, minimum day and they will be.
What is it? I know maybe will be interrogated behind the scene.
But King Charles so, oh, was a drama so, Sensia, Trump the Guswa cassette. Prime Minister no nyoye no anyande and Slauzo Kakasasona. But I don't know how the king will react to sa the manunze king no yana the level of diplomacy no very high. But I don't know any Trump getting share on coffee, and I think they discuss on one
King Charles our track record say we're very sympathetic to the Arab nations. Since Prince Charles Korano, now showing the Casamua, as I'm maybe try to understand this Arab world. There's a time I'm of biography say Biana when he's going to be the kingdom of Saudi Arabia and stuff. But now on that type anytime he want to understand people's issues. When you be a officer, you don't use that violent begot violent issues in the be. When you be an officer, we can negotiate. There's also the issues be even obey the king. The way for the first time obey iftar on the fee. So if that way in Kremo for a breaky fasting.
Okay.
A friend mama in or a palace war.
Okay.
Mama for Casa in one phobia. Severally there was a time I was passing by mosque be a visitor. He or person is a king for all, not for specific people. And in Tokasha say be on phone and and I'm of the view say the prime minister the kaina when you had the consent of the king.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, I'm saying, or I do. Or may as you because legend. The last time, so okay, MT 2009, 2012, Buckingham Palace anymore. Starting bet 3 times score.
Yeah.
And you're good for Buckingham Palace.
Yeah.
And they don't like some of these things. Say, this Hindi no, and I feel no, I didn't know with this terrorism attack and all that. And Israel is born out of the way. Now, if we say, I'm going to interfere into the Arab issues so much. On what Trump and Review can say in the first time, I say they should try and understand people before they interfere in their affairs. But I don't know why. Or jumping into Iran issues.
They say no, your water wasn't in our own.
They say you and the proposition. I was a be straight of bones. I must say I'm here one try the come baby asi. Because you say over 3,000 containers I drew a friend saying Islamabad bounds to go to France Iran in Akka Pakistan. And other containers are more inside also MP so man to MP. And that's been mandem route no so also ma or and better take a long time. This will take it to other daddy. To you and proposition almost no be Butare say also should be. Now Abbas Arachi a call a friend saying the last trip I would call Islamabad no propose say we ready say omuye negotiation but omunyi nuclear issue no to change. Now I'm open straight for omunye budget to be open straight for moves. Now later in the year or next year, whatever, that about transasa, I continue negotiation amoye all this while about nuclear French saying weapon. We can repeat the same thing to Moscow, and he's inviting Moscow into the French. That's negotiation. Or committee media or Muscat. I catch up and say, "Ma being say Iran and pe asunjo we as name. I'm also so me nipa. With all that is happening, I'm also American term conditionality. Now, I must send a message by Iran from Islamabad. Trump said, "I'm negotiation through media." And he said, "I'm munche da number trasi. Na munche how they will solve the issue." So na beya ebe question Jim. Tell you won't buy say you and then how are you going to open it? Make me believe you say the blockade of France saying America is pushing everybody in now. Because it will be accommodating. Say yeah, no kwana accommodate. Will be a transaction in that area now, including Europeans in now and Chinese. Because agency that say be a complaint say name and koye. It's affecting amount for income and expenditure. And the ama is will be AIAT a year Trump as say yen for kwan bisu. Yen be a year Strait of Hormuz. Now a be Strait of Hormuz now then negotiation will kickstart. But Trump to official down. To say about that blockade na aye AB and bargaining chip. Iran should accept say among ye friends nuclear no biom let my catch as for nuclear there's no way you're not because of money because the moment you're because of money biom they say you're not trying to from the beginning say na obo ye na mo cause of money and that is one of the things that they will try to avoid say me bomba say bia China no China umbetima cause Islamabad biom ma international be pay free maba
Mali
according to government of Mali say the chronic stabilized now and the Kurman legend omo aboy especially in Bamako and Gao I'm pay ever kunto karibi because the war and Sentokari air travel for about 5 hours and Kromano be who I didn't be akono so man show na mud relax the government to overthrow omina buy a sikan bo obi abe and according to story no over 1,000 they will and bebre nsusu ya chiomo and nsusu to be dwane now legend problem on say this Tuareg no because of more Mali Libya, Algeria, and some extent Niger kakrano. Am I say you can't identify where free Mali and now where free Niger. They are the same people, and they are people more Mali. Tuareg among Kontokano. Abana Juna Ban Seban say they are targeting Tuareg for now because you mean yes sad now yes some people Tiba among Fasamina shop. The government still doesn't understand how Mutumi drew in the military. So I must set up a committee to thoroughly investigate. Now I'm sure they see I'm going to start because I hear that I'm buy. It means they've been in the system for a while. And then I was say independent teacher and say these terrorists no other than I'm very intelligent. Okay, Yakum Osama bin Laden. I'm with the leader Baba Zawahiri. Zawahiri 2023. Zawahiri is a professor of chemistry. But Wajan be Baba head of Al Qaeda. There's a one Al Qaeda in Mukunu, America. No a friend said, we plane. Engineers are we plane. And there's aviation. There's one be a core America, I mean American Casa. And so we do the level of general or something. Or Kora lab. Minister of Christ as a man. Or Kum soldiers by 50. Some of them, most of you too, but they were saluting because now a big or no a Iraqi or Kum by 15 military. Later, Muchin or the class is with Al Qaeda. So listen, Al Qaeda for Nankasano. We are very, very intelligent, well educated. Okay, say Ghana phone call I be back at KUST, and then I'm responsible for the Mokoi. Later, I learned the one that KUST even died. So then there was a time I know more pay student fees. They have a networker or more engaged students in taking on intelligent people. As you say, so you see them. Oh, clothes about the sibasa, but mindset no. Yeah, very, very.
Because we share a social media, artificial intelligence, they revolves around a algorithm.
Algorithm.
Now that algorithm was actually the buy. Okay, it was the buy. Now in the 9th century, can you imagine? In the 9th century, patient. Now a Irani, Muhammad ibn Musabi. And now Oti a buy. So you see a more development. I check the 9th century.
Oh, disappoint you. You'll be disappointed.
Now it's me a mathematical equation. I just develop it into algorithm.
Exactly.
Wow.
So we are very smart.
And then nuclear won't be because a researcher they have been done and the 9th century. NASA none of them was I've been at the yes I did there.
Some of the chemicals are even with Somali Al-Shabaab. Sometimes bombs are more used to more local. No, you know, Somali government a change. Sometimes more you see educated people. There's a one lecture I'm in Somali sometimes about I think 2017 after some attack shopping mall.
Yeah,
this is one of the finest professors I was investing. Wow. And he admitted say he's with Al Qaeda because some of them they were sponsoring his students. So then, a group no, they are very, very intelligent. Only Pakonama, because of Wura, but not in a crack. And I'm believe in and say, if he die Mujahid, if he or die Shahid, say he died Metaya, that's all. What is material world and and that's what they used to even convince Shekau and Kos. I was Shekau in the in Nigeria, the Maiduguri, the Zafaranko. Amoko Ataka Krofo. Okay, Amoka, Papa be a friend, Baba. Baba is Papa be establishes schools in those areas in the villages of Nigeria. I shall go kuno kojane or didn't to for my journey so like I say Munoku Ali Baba Daddy. As for Al Qaeda, I'm very strong. She said I say a minimum front view. Since the death of Swahili, a minimum leader. But believe say I'm a proxy so I'm a huge man the crown. Because almost source of fund the Nanka free Osama bin Laden. The family disown once a family, it's one of the richest family in Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And initially gonna more family, including all the company Momano, cleaning of the Haramain. The central the two mosques, you know. Later I discover say trust so much difference. And I'm stop on the friends and the tankers I'm supply oil that day to break him financially. But don't know he say or they can invest in Pakistan and other countries. But after the death, send the banner land this what Bruno cry. The banner why don't say we are say the kakra. And the flow scanning flow kakra. Tamama from but still they have their approaches here. They believe in their principle and stuff. And Al Qaeda are linked to be more of Sunnis. That is why Al Qaeda and Hezbollah are maninka. That's why I say Al Qaeda are not fighting in Hamas zone because they tag Hamas to be Shia.
So are we putting on record say US or bomb down to now Iran Huyan as some
That's what they are trying to learn us. With all what they've done. First one, I'm going before the war, nobody beat to Nankasa, okay, say a marble treaty or whatever, a nuclear site, you know. And that's after 2 months, I'm going to call main war still. And then Obia Iran the Bekacho say, if it's true, say Iran bunkers in Esha Bona City, then this say the troops come from. Because there wouldn't be a bomber, a better man drill that mountain alcohol.
Okay.
This is a Nipa Ura gate worker saying, and I said, this will be a motu nuclear panankasa. And maybe I know this about heat go face.
Yeah.
And I think I would like to share with you on this issue about mining and as a locality
ownership.
Yes, as I'm not bayana, the politics are far from another. I had the time to go through a more profile kakra.
Okay.
And when him say, I buy a revoke the contract of FRG or something. FRG.
Yeah.
So FGR, Future Gold Resource.
Yeah.
A British company. No, Mona Bogoso. Pristia Bogoso.
Okay.
And when I buy a terminator contract, you know, before you terminate a contract, no Mudeka, $25 million on electricity.
Yeah, so ahead.
Since Omoko disconnect him, and soon be termus, so I pump out to the termus. So when the government Emma we move notice of events contract 13th November. Notice of award. Say the pay the iron and Muhit go for the percent award no mama. And to get together. And to get a list, you know, you should have your bond. Okay, this thing NSC with is it a company and we are ECG.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to get a bond. I just said, bet you company no. Now what's saying that bond no cover the cost of the structure. Okay. In this case, they need about $50 million.
Wow.
Yes, they were able to raise it. And there are two companies, Prime Insurance and another company, insurance in UK. And I'm government. Cash and yeah, guarantee the koto. I'm accounting them. Then on 13th December, I'm release. And then when the list came out, you know, then FGR for no a call, a friend saying, court for injunction say, so I'm releasing the SPI and I owe my friend another day. And they take it for over 160 days now, I'm going to operate it. It took the minister to give them a letter say among sites.
Yeah.
Now among say name and end says another. And so when they come in the liability, $87 million. Yes. $25 million GRE, $25 million ECG, and a worker's salary.
Oh.
For 2 years. But when they took over, they started kra. I learned they paid about $30 million on the worker salary. And then I'm at GRE. I'm only say the minus workers union.
Yeah.
You know, Matanasa negotiations say a bit trouble Canada. And then in sooner attack for more. Attack for more could do level 17. That it means say you're drilling from down at the count down at the bottom. And they are 32. But the Baba do 17. Meanwhile, no, all the apartments in the national question, every day piano, I'm so pump because of wine and akam, a woman, wine and empty piano, you know, I'm the pump and change and much, and every day, I'm trained by 10 million liters, which is about 6,200 barrels of water. and you don't own tune group keke only go fast system machine so treat and send our dispatch into the system send a bear I'm from condom poison and they've been working that and then within 4 months I wish I say age with 1,400 workers.
Wow.
And one of the things I'm guarantee a Trafigura by guarantee almost 65 million. Is it material when I was a Trafigura no a collateral. Meanwhile, that is not the argument. The Trafigura I say a Lisa Yediamamo for 15 years. The first 5 years I'm supporting you with $65 million. Don't compare 250 million from Trafigura. But I'm going to say better 65 million. You give us the gold worth of 65 million, then I will continue giving you the money. They won't have good agreement for the next 5 years. Gold, they're expecting to bring about 7,000 tons of gold at that time. Nina and Ombodi Mama, 7,600 and Ombodi Trafigura. But then, so far, the agreement was that they should spend 200 million every quarter. Now, in less than a quarter, no, I'm spending better 165 billion. And they are doing well, except that. Musa imagine say, oh, yes, you pay because people don't believe say nanka business, you know, but I'm a Trafigura because Trafigura is one of the finest mining industry in the world. A gold agency. The people say Trafigura ebomuni kwadi. It means
Obongo potential.
Potential. Now offer the mobile gidi.
Now gidi saying.
Meanwhile, I didn't so legend 100% Ghanaian. Even he's coming from Ashanti.
Uwenya Ghana near on near brow from some China for
and this is a purely even this is by Mukrana area because the oil toward and I say eat gold field no. Yet Yenia is Chogana India. SIS and India. I think say we should support this because 1,400 workers are fired. The direct workers are about 300. Contractor won't pay 1,001. And this is just a quarter 4 months outside preaching. It means that by 50 years I'm nipa be employment here the ketwa. I think say I also support your local. Yeah, I agree Crawford is the issue about and why and saying if it's yesterday is wrong, today shouldn't be wrong too. Or be correct, you know. Somebody must correct it. Be the no say Jitum say the right thing tomorrow or be safe. Somebody can also come on board and nobody will say no. Because I'm not bright pen and I be muted the air can be and I must support you. Kabian can the same thing. Can't the same as but now I'm for visa no I take over and at the end a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
That's what oh. And until service stop that we can grow.
But somebody drew my attention to RLG say Ghana I buy support no pa but and so anguzi here and she say this uncommon yana
people may not understood what happened to RLG. What happened to RLG was that RLG were too political.
Okay.
On my say say buy so buy laptops now what training koran ni na no omodi government policy na wako fan koran mama no adrani afa the crofo abani ni ko gum so the payment and that is in amano and the collapse or by 1 billion city. $1 billion city, okay.
Hope City.
Hope City. Nina, too political. Even Corona running that day. They say, Matisse Brighton is one of the longest tarmac in the world.
Okay.
I see a better for any plea, a better land.
And price one.
Price area. Again, if Cabana Bay say a joint venture bank is in Cabia on Ruby Bedry. I buy the course of course but I buy in any or non say you know he was able to raise fund away up that day. So I think say some of these things, you know, I say rural gambling system na buy behind the scene support no. When look too political, you could have succeeded. Oshodi amu ye Ibrahim Menkoro, amu ye political. Yeah. I'm for the person online because of the blood say or your mama Nuyana that and then apart from that, you know, who allow you will succeed. EMP maybe I'm a good legend. Now even he'd go for I mean subsidiary of Star Mining.
Yeah.
And this Star Mining is one of the oldest miner in our crew. Then let's give him the benefit of that. And that 2 years will be uncashi. I'm sure Shamuma at the Hosa, Nemana says, a man with your engines and daddy. We'll be able to take over less than 4 months. So, want to me say, and then only them one. Workers are to a Mokano, Bino. They are the one also working out. All workers know, say, I am penny. What do I feel to a salary man? They have 1 hour complaint. Now Biaba support 2 hours they be mimpre. And I'm very confused, but I hope praise the amount of fly lenses can be free China by now. I'm for Biaja fan a money nam studio on station where you come. They should be careful.
Interesting those yet is how good Ghana now.
Maybe they are wage of and I think it's very yeah. Learning from that name building. And then we catch you say, Abia, Rollins by Nanka. She answered Pino and say, Kabir is one of the finest industry of Africa. Because the world. We share a Boachi foam mattress, yes. Akati farms. Papa is a Daco farms. And other things and Kamus Jinawa. Can I make us in Gabia? Addo Cutlass. They say Herbert Mensa Papa the agency also supply a cigarette.
Yeah.
And then all these companies, who sponsor people against my government, and now we are me opponent. Young collapsing and people are happy. One collapsing and channel where the powers lie. And then Abia the Ocas collapsing, Abia can know background MD. So you're careful. And now we are building in Chrome. I made mention of Dongote, say share Kanazu and go government deliberating money in Burkina Faso money all the majority one building. Then okay even la Côte d'Ivoire they are so agency abai manje mo na de be mamu mai because can be ko kroma and then I say me na wuti me say work about sign of hydro and I say papa you say obama is ka asa one mo ka krama na
channel
then ya can emma
na channel for the me we so we lead Chinese for we ama wa we take over because there are examples amaya sa no hydro contract Chana for near Kukasa, Okasa Presamels by, and all the ye oil, and my channel for be said 3 billion be eba. And no, Dr. Akuto say, some Bessie, dear, Akuto say, catch Dr. President Mahama say, President Mills say, oh, be a mo. Sancrofui, Minyomo and the classroom, and I know how to operate. Omodi and one of no. But I'm one ankasano. You bidni or catch an house when fino. Or the Riana scanner Emma knows or Sanko, President Mrs. Mancatches as uncle. Don't trust them.